Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to a moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Up next in our entertainment and pop culture segment, brought to you by OGPay.com. That's a double header for them today. We're chatting with actor Kevin Sorbo, best known for the immensely popular series Hercules. That's right, the legendary journeys. You may also recall him from guest starring as Hercules in episodes of the successful spin-off series Xena Warrior Princess. Now, throughout his career, Kevin has made a splash in the Christian conservative communities across America, often voicing his concerns that the messages media, music, and pop culture are delivering seemingly somehow denounce religion, ethics, and morals. Today, Kevin joins me to chat about Sam Smith's Unholy performance at the Grammys earlier this month. Now, Unholy earned Sam and Kim Petras the Grammy for Best Pop Duo, making Petras the first trans woman to win the award. We're going to chat wokeism in Hollywood and the hidden messages in music and pop culture. Now, as of recently, parents are angrily also protesting the highly sexualized Netflix cartoon Battle Kitty. Meanwhile, conservatives have taken issue with the Unholy performance at this year's Grammys, and Kevin is one of the many left feeling like the performance was the latest in an attack against his faith at the music industry's night of nights, nonetheless. Now, politicians Ted Cruz and Marjorie Taylor Greene also expressed worry. Taylor Greene chimed in saying, the Grammys featured Sam Smith's demonic performance and was sponsored by Pfizer. And the Satanic Church now has an abortion clinic in New Mexico that requires its patients to perform a satanic ritual before services. American Christians need to get to work, quote unquote. Now, even if you didn't watch the Grammys, and even if you still have no idea who singer Sam Smith is, there's almost no possible way that you haven't heard the song Unholy if you're even minimally dialed into social media. Well, let's see what Kevin thinks. Welcoming now to the show is the amazing Kevin Sorbo. Welcome back, my friend.
Good to be here. Good to be here. It's we talked a little bit earlier. It's a crazy world we're living in right now, and it's amazing to me how they keep pushing and pushing and pushing the boundaries. And so many people out there just accept it. I've always said the biggest killer in America right now, let alone the world, is apathy. People say, "Oh, what can we do?" We can do a lot. I mean, people keep forgetting about the Constitution. It's we the people. So we need to get these people out of the offices that we supposedly put them in DC. And it's crazy. I mean, why can't we have term limits? I know I'm getting right in the political world here, but everything's political. Term limits. This is stupid that we give these guys 40, 50 year careers. What did Biden do during the 40 years he was in office before he became vice president and then president? He didn't do a lot.
Lots to unpack here. So I love it that you're so passionate here about the political jam. But let's go back to this Sam Smith, because Sam Smith was recently quoted, Kevin, saying that the recording process was cathartic and freeing, and that the song is about liberating oneself from the clutches of others' secrets. Now, it's obvious that the song is about an adulterous affair, recounting a story of a husband giving into temptation at a strip club called The Body Shop, speculated to be based on the infamous LA club of the same name. What do you say to this? What offended you most about the song and the performance? And is Hollywood Satan's stage?
Well, I didn't watch the Grammys. I don't even watch any of those shows anymore. And as you know, every year the Oscars, the Emmys, everything, the ratings keep going down every single year. But I don't think Hollywood cares. And Sam did what he wanted to do because he knew it would get a response. He did it on purpose. It's all on purpose to get people to go crazy and stuff. And I heard that at the beginning. He said, "Let us pray" or something like that. And ABC or whatever network put it on took that out. I love the fact it was sponsored by Pfizer. I got a kick out of that, but it doesn't surprise me because Pfizer's got their hand in pretty much everywhere right now because the billions and billions of dollars that was thrown at them, especially during the last 3 years. So I'm not surprised at what people do on these shows anymore. And it's kind of sad to me in a way because I'm trying to do movies that have a positive message instead of a negative one. But it just seems every time you turn on anything in cable or the networks, they just want to promote hate and anger and more divisiveness and this cancel culture and woke stuff. I mean, we're at a tipping point right now. People need to wake up. I always say the sheep are going to be sheep. We need to wake up. Yeah, we need to wake up the lions.
100%. And wokeism is a very real thing. I say, the emphasis on diversity in Hollywood is going to be the death of show business as we know it. There's a growing shift towards wokeism, and many in the industry feel they no longer have the freedom to be creative. In fact, according to the Toronto Sun, one showrunner said that the white men are being discarded in favor of minorities as the industry tries to make up for its past white domination, which will effectively end in a class action lawsuit. I mean, listen, Kevin, I'm all for LGBTQ and Native Americans, blacks, females, whatever minorities that have not been served correctly in the making of content, whatever it's, whether it's television or movies or whatever. But I think it's gone too far. I know a lot of very talented people that can't get work because they're not black, Native American, female, or LGBTQ. So is the woke revolution killing Hollywood? What do you say?
Oh, of course it's there. I mean, it's look at the commercials on TV. If you're a white person, commercials, you're fortunate to get any kind of work whatsoever. That was my bread and butter back in the 90s and 80s into the early 90s before I got Hercules. But I'm with you. I don't care what people do in their personal lives. I could care less. I get tired is just this constant forcing down their into our throats, their agenda over and over again. It's like enough is enough. Okay, fine. Live your life that way. Live your life that way. It's fine. I'm a live and let live kind of guy, but it gets to a point that this is ridiculous. I have wonderful scripts that are true story scripts. And then I get, funders that say, well, can we make this guy gay and that one a transgender? I go, but that's not part of the true story that I'm doing. Hollywood can keep doing this. Why can't I do this true story?
You hit a chord, Kevin. You hit a chord with me because I always say the only thing worse than a lack of diversity is faux diversity or diversity for diversity's sake. I mean, let's go back to the Academy Awards, right? They've long been criticized for its lack of diversity among the nominees. I mean, the 2016 ceremony was the target of the hashtag Oscars So White boycott. And the same year, the American of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences initiated historic changes to diversify its membership by the year 2020, which was the year critically acclaimed Parasite became the first foreign film to pick up the award for Best Picture. So there you have it.
Yeah, but they're always kowtowing. They're always kind of saying we got to do this, we got to do that. But it's just so amazing to me. Look, if I run a business, I shouldn't be forced to hire that person or this person because of whatever their religion, their skin color, whatever it may be. I want to hire the best person. If that happens to be a transgender, then that's the best person.
Exactly.
If a gay guy, that's the best person. I love the fact that I get attacked on the internet. Facebook took me down a while ago for posting the truth because, as you know, Zuckerberg and his little troll minions don't like the truth. But no. I get attacked for being homophobe. I'm going, I've been in Hollywood 40 years in the business. Almost every set I've ever been on, in 7 years on Hercules, 5 in Andromeda, I've shot 80 movies. There's a gay person. You won't find one gay person to say I was horrible to him because I wasn't.
Yeah, you're no homophobe.
Everyone the same on the set. I like to have fun on the set. We're lucky to make a living at what we do. So I'm grateful when I'm working and beyond there. I'm not there making fun of people or being mean to people. It's just so ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous. All right, now I want to get your opinion on this new Netflix thing. Parents are really angry over bondage and butts in this sexualized Netflix cartoon called Battle Kitty. So this launched last year. It seems fun and harmless at first glance, but the series is about a feisty kitten who embarks on a quest to become a great warrior and defeat all the monsters on this battle island. But it has very disturbing sexual overtones. And parents now, Kevin, are trying to get Netflix to cancel it or at least change its age rating. The show, I know, is rated at rated for children 7 years and up. You're a father. Would you allow your kids to watch this? And is Hollywood complicit in the over-sexualization of children?
Not at that age. To me, it's let kids figure out what they want to be when they get a little bit older. These 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds and the sexualization of it, it's just stupid to me. I mean, I didn't grow up with that. You didn't grow up with that. And I look at cartoons. I like Bugs Bunny. All that promoted violence. I go, well, come on. I didn't commit violence because of Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. I mean, it's so funny what they keep, like I said, once again, trying to force things down our throat to accept this way of life or that way of life. Let kids grow up. Let them grow up and find out on their own when they live life in the real world instead of the fantasy world of cartoons or television or movies. Because I go back to sitcoms right now. What have they done in sitcoms? The dad's always kind of fat and stupid and dopey. The mom's always kind of hot, and the kids make fun of dad. We're totally on purpose denigrating and attacking the family life, the nuclear family life. Well, look what's going on in the black community when 80% of the black, African Americans. I'm a Norwegian American, by the way. I thought we were all Americans, but I'm going to fight from my left St. Lutefisk Day. Anyway, You look at what they're doing with families now and trying to make it look like we don't need dads, we don't need moms, we don't need both. We can need maybe two dads or two moms. It's just so weird to me. And it's sad because you see what's happening in the country. You see the anger, you see the divisiveness, you see the breaking apart, and we're doing that over and over again. And like I said, I'm trying to do movies that have a positive message, that hopefully have love and laughter and forgiveness, and the good guy's going to win, because I think we're tired of the bad guy being glorified as the person to emulate.
I couldn't agree more. And even to your point, if you look at this Netflix cartoon, you think kids, right? Although Battle Kitty has garnered some positive reviews, the characters are dressing in bondage gear and obsess about butts and twerking to the point that it's inappropriate for young children. I was horrified when I began watching it after researching it. So I definitely would like the show canceled or change the rating to something, teenager. But there's totally a BDSM thing throughout, and an over the top emphasis on buttocks, and there's a ton of sexual innuendo disguised as potty humor. And this is a result of a pornified culture infiltrating content for younger and younger kids. I'm completely sickened, Kevin, completely.
Well, and once again, it's on purpose. I don't think they even care about the ratings anymore. I think if everybody stopped watching it, there's always going to be a small group of people that will, and they just want to get a message across. I remember the producers of Friends. I like Friends. I laughed at Friends. Matthew Perry and I used to be in the same acting class together years ago. But they admitted to pushing agendas, pushing the liberal agenda. And I could see that. I was smart enough when I was watching, I could see that. But, younger kids watching that is a slow brainwashing technique, for lack of a better term. And I just think, once again, it starts really in the public schools all the way up through universities. You see what's going on there, how they're destroying people's, that anybody has a different point of view. That's the weird thing. Why can't freedom of speech is supposed to have everybody's? I don't hold our anger and hatred towards people that are agnostic, atheist, liberal. If they have a different point of view, that's what freedom of speech is supposed to be all about, and freedom of thought. But anybody like me or you, they want to attack us all the time, because the majority of the media, the majority of the governments across the country, of the governors, mayors, whatever it may be, these are liberals pushing liberal points of view. I still laugh during the when Trump and Biden were going at it, and Biden said that Antifa was an idea. An idea. When people are out destroying people's businesses, burning down cars and attacking police, and that's an idea. And governors and mayors of these places, these states and these cities, let it go on. I mean, enough of this, guys. This is crazy.
What about Black Lives Matter? That was the biggest scam of all scams in American history.
And people are finding out. What do they do to help Black communities? Nothing. They just pocketed the money, bought a bunch of houses, and took trips. The whole idea of Black Lives Matter, I printed out their manifesto, and certainly they ended up taking it down. But they were against God. They believed in Marxism. They wanted to get rid of the family. They equated women being pregnant to slavery. So let me get this right. So if women stopped getting pregnant, in about 100 years, there would be no more mankind left. And now I guess that's what Fauci and Gates are after anyway, to get rid of the world population.
Oh boy. Well, listen, wow, you could talk more than me. And then that doesn't happen very, very often. We are out of time, my friend, but I love chatting with you. You are so insightful. Loved your perspective. You have very, very, very great analogies that, you compare a lot of, your views to that make total sense when you put it into context, especially coming from Hollywood, which isn't easy because, as a Christian Republican in Hollywood, you got it coming for you.
They booted me out. My manager and agent over a decade ago. I'm the original cancel culture guy in Hollywood. But I do want people to check out my movie. It's in theaters right now. Go to leftbehindmovie.com, leftbehindmovie.com. It's based on the books that sold 80 million copies back in the 90s. And sorbostudios.com, sorbostudios.com. It's my site mixed with my wife, and we got all kinds of great information on there. So sign up.
I love it. You did your own plug. I didn't even have to do the work. Well, listen, I know that Reagan movie also opens later this year, and Miracle in East Texas is another movie that you directed opening in the fall, which is great stuff. So, Kevin, you're always busy, and you're the original, imitated but never duplicated. Guys, you definitely have to check out Kevin on the gram. Go to K Sorbs. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. That was our entertainment and pop culture segment brought to you by OGPay.com. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Caldwell Soames Incorporated, investing globally in transformative businesses like Original Digital Corporation, or ODC. ODC develops advanced consumer and commercial fintech solutions such as OG Pay, which will transform the way you manage your money. From sending and receiving money globally for free, paying for goods and services in person and online, pay bills, buy and sell digital currencies, all while earning interest. OG Pay is easy to set up, FDIC insured, and your information is secured. Check out ogpay.com.